Next, let's queer up politics even more. Log cabin Republicans rally behind Trump despite his hateful LGBTQ plus views. As Democrats embrace LGBTQ plus voters during Pride Month, a stark contrast emerged as Republicans either remain silent or actively distance themselves from the community. Amidst this political landscape, the log cabin Republicans and LGBTQ plus GOP group have emerged as vocal supporters of former President Donald Trump. Despite his controversial history regarding LGBTQ plus policies, Charles Moran, president of the log cabin Republicans, fervently defend Trump, asserting that he's for the LGBTQ plus individuals and improved during his presidency, regardless of their identity markers. Moran cited Trump's track record as a businessman, philanthropist, and politician, claiming it demonstrated consistent inclusion of LGBTQ plus people. However, critics are rightfully pointed to Trump's pledges to target transgender individuals if elected, including plans to criminalize gender-affirming healthcare for youth and restrict transgender participation in school sports. In contrast, President Joe Biden's first term has seen proactive measures to support LGBTQ plus rights, including signing the Respect for Marriage Act, which enshrined marriage equality into law. Biden's campaign has actively engaged with the LGBTQ plus community, hosting various Pride Month events, including an upcoming celebration at the White House and an LGBTQ plus fundraiser in New York City. Vice President Kamala Harris also demonstrated commitment to LGBTQ plus rights. The political divide on LGBTQ plus issues highlights the significance of this community in shaping political discourse and policy decisions. I will not be voting for the carrot. I kinda don't want to vote for the other sleepy guy, but we don't have much options out here. And the fact that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris do acknowledge us in a positive way, and they do have us in the community, and they are out and about. Again, this is what we're just touching on. These people are showing different ways that we are supported, that we are here, that we are seen, that we are heard.
Yeah. But it's also important because we do have an option. In this election, it is not about one person against another. It is not about Trump. It is not about Biden. It is about democracy versus fascism.
Yes.
So we have to look at this and we have to do our homework about what has successfully passed recently. The lack of laws being passed by the current Republican Congress. Yes, we have different issues with immigration and everything else, but we have, politics is about coming to the middle and finding what benefits the mass market. Not just Donald wants to be in office and he wants to go ahead and have political retribution against whoever and make his own laws, and then have people say, yes, he has 34 convictions of a felony and he lost this lawsuit, that lawsuit, and a slew behind it. It's about democracy continuing. So when you sit here and say, I'm not going to vote for a carrot and I'm not going to vote for Sleepy Joe, you're getting caught in the PR of the bullshit. You need to pay attention to the
It's more so what's affecting me and what benefits me. All of the recent laws and all of these recent things, majority of that has nothing to do with my future and what's going to benefit me.
But because there has to be more as to why the log cabins support.
Well, the log cabin is looking at the business aspect. They've been drinking just enough of the Kool-Aid in the PR aspects than they are looking at the actual legislation that has passed under the Biden administration. So I'm asking everybody to do your homework and read both sides of the equation. Do the legislation. Don't look at the personalities.
Are you a registered Republican?
No, I am not.
But I do agree with you.
Girl, that was brave.
I agree that, these are two not such great choices. I think we all think we all accept that. But to your point, democracy is at stake.
Why is this even allowed to have
two 80-years-olds
age running?
That's not the position right now. It's about politics.
Right.
It is about legislation. You're getting lost in the age of the people. Both of them are within 3 years of each other's age.
They are, of course.
But that doesn't make us celebrating and excited about two 82-year-olds
Why?
But I'm saying don't get
battling
lost.
it out.
I'm not saying. I'm saying don't get lost in the personalities.
Right, I totally get
have
This
that.
is about
But
legislation.
I'm confused why there was not more choices during the course.
Yeah, why hasn't there been any other
why
politicians to
hasn't
step up to the plate? Like that's
let's
my
have a
Because
go at
they
it.
were thinking about who was going to win and who wasn't.
That's right.
Everybody wants to see this battle again because they knew that Trump was going to run again. The only person that they thought was going to be a competitor was going to be the president we have
I'm
now.
not sure I agree with that.
The issue is,
I'm
the
with you.
bigger
I don't
picture
agree with
is
that.
that we're getting all this wrong information, whereas everyone thinks that you're only financially stable with Trump in office, which doesn't factually seem to be.
There's no
Right.
proof to it. There's
But
no
when I'm
fact
talking
to
about
it.
the Republican friends that I have, they're money motivated. They're
The
financially
stock
motivated.
market has done way better during these
Records have been made in the last 3.5 years.
Like the stock market went to Dow Jones went to 40,000. 40,000.
It went to a
Crime
record
is
high,
at its lowest
and
in a lot of-
unemployment rate is at its lowest as well. Like
Crime
but
is at
these
its lowest.
These are things that we, as LGBTQ folk, can agree on.
Yeah. Right.
But go out to the world and go talk to them about it. They're not going to
But
believe it.
conservatives want you to realize that all this stuff that they've done has no consequence.
But
doesn't
that's because
benefit anybody.
That's because it's about PR of the personalities, and that's why I keep saying go back to the legislation. When somebody gives you a fact, challenge that fact. Do your homework on that fact.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Just do your homework. And let's just remember one thing. When Trump was in office, the White House was blacked out. When just a year before, Obama had that White House lit up in pride colors.
Yeah.
Anyway.